Sometimes a director has such a distinct style that you know who directed the movie from the first frame of the film. Wes Anderson is certainly one of those directors, and Moonrise Kingdom has his name written all over it. It is Wes Anderson to the T. Now, Moonrise Kingdom follows the story of a couple young kids and their adventure that they take on an island, and how that affects the adults around them, the camp troop leader from the camp that the scout troop that the boy was in, and the mom and dad from the family that the girl was in. And it's just kind of this swirling world of kind of quirkiness and weirdness, and yet at the center of it, as Wes Anderson always manages to find somehow, is that heart and those moments that feel very genuine and real in this very strange world. I'm hit or miss with Wes Anderson. Loved The Fantastic Mr. Fox. Loved it. And in fact, this movie is informed quite a bit, I believe, by his experience with stop-motion animation. There are many times in this movie that it feels like live-action stop-motion animation, if that makes sense. The way scenes are set up, the way they're framed, the way they progress, the action style of his stars. They're almost kind of that voiceover action, even though they're giving live performances. It's a very interesting dynamic, and I think it works in this movie. There have been Wes Anderson movies, I think of the Royal Tenenbaums, that just miss me. I just don't get them. I can't go into that world enough that I understand what's going on with those characters. And so when I don't get the characters or the story, then that quirkiness just sets me apart. It puts me in a place where I can't identify. Now, when I get the characters and story like I do with Moonrise Kingdom, I'm in. I'm totally sold, I'm immersed, and I'm loving every second of it. And that's the case with this movie. This is a very, very heartfelt and well done movie. A lot of the story of what it feels like to be a kid and misunderstood, and how the misunderstandings of the adult world play on our minds as children. Now, understand, this is a Wes Anderson movie. It is weird, it is quirky, it will feel a little out of place to you, but I mention, kind of that idea of like Baz Luhrmann does these movies like Moulin Rouge, where that world just doesn't really exist, but it exists in his brain, and because he puts you there, all the emotion in the story of it works, and it feels real. And I feel like Wes Anderson can do that with his good movies too, and I really feel like Moonrise Kingdom may be one of his best.